Day 2 of the Santos Tour Down Under, and the town of Gaul are making ready for a 133-kilometre ride to Hahndorf. And the Prime Minister of Australia, Kevin Rudd, on hand to speak to world champion Cadel Evans and the 7-time winner of the Tour de France, Lance Armstrong.
Everyone excited at the start this morning, but knowing that this was going to be a very fast race. It's great to see Cadel Evans enjoying the sunshine of South Australia, and the starting gun signed off by the Prime Minister himself.
On the road to Hahndorf today as they leave the Barossa here in Gola and bound for the German enclave of Hahndorf. And already in the lead here, UniSA, because they claimed the lead in the Skoda King of the Mountains yesterday with young Tim Rowe.
Yes, UniSA, the only non-Pro Tour team in this international event, but certainly I have to say, Phil, their presence is very much noticed every day because they are always on the attack and making for this a very exciting race.
The course taking the riders out through Lindok, over Checker Hill and on through Mount Torrens and down to the finish in Hahndorf. More or less a direct line, travelling out east and then down south. An attack immediately as the riders were leaving the town of Gola. And this was David Kemp, the runner-up in the recent Australian Road Race Championships, making his move.
Making a move very early on, just as he did in the Australian National Road Racing Championships, but he was very smartly joined by two riders from the same team, Michael della, number 31, and Olivier Kaysen from Team Omega Lotto from Belgium.
All three of these riders had lost more than 8 minutes on the first day of the Santos Tour Down Under, so they weren't exactly marked men as they began to discuss the tactics. Approaching Lindok here, 13 kilometres done. Over the line first was Delage ahead of Kemp and Kaysen. The field at this moment in time, 1 minute and 35 seconds behind.
The team not too interested because of the fact most of the riders in that leading breakaway more than 8 minutes behind in the overall classification, but always very close to the front end of the main field. The winner of yesterday's stage, Andre Greipel, wondering whether or not he was going to pull his team in to work for him. American national champion, very comfortable in the main field, George Hincapie, and of course wearing the arc-en-ciel, the rainbow stripes of world champion, the Australian Cadel Evans.
All of the HTC Columbia team, the teammates of race leader Andre Greipel, winner of day 1, riding at the front of the bunch and not really concerned by the breakaway as it steamed up to a lead of 11.5 minutes. And then it was time to begin the chase back. The weather soaring up to the high 20s while the riders behind were still being advised of the big gap. Little problem here though for Delage because his nose started to bleed, and for a while it was quite uncontrollable.
It was, but eventually he got himself back into the leading group of 3 riders, and they continued to build up a massive advantage over the front end of the main field. But because it